to fall. On the way home, you were trying to wear me down, down. Kissing up on fences and up on walls. On the way home, I guess it's all working now, now.
Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing more of a full-on look for like winter, well autumn and winter. So I'm going to do like a talk through tutorial because I've never done one before, so I thought I would. So I'm just going to talk loads and just tell you what I'm doing and things like that. So first of all I'm going to start with the Professional by Benefit. This is just a great product because it's a great base. It is quite expensive, I'm not going to lie, it is quite an expensive primer, but it's so worth it. Like, ever since I've started using it, and it's one of those things I always go back to, whether it's summer, winter, autumn or spring. It's just one of those products you can use all year round, and it's just a really nice base, and it also smells really good. I know that doesn't really make a difference, but I always like it when products smell good because I don't know, I just have a funny thing where I like it when products smell good. Right, so next of all I'm gonna obviously use a foundation, and today's foundation I'm gonna use is the Kiko foundation in medium. This is just from the brand Kiko, which are, I think they're an Italian brand, I'm not quite sure, so don't quote me on that. I've always loved their products. They're really reasonably priced, and they're just really good. So I'm going to start applying the foundation. Obviously this foundation is a bit heavier coverage than all of the other foundations I've been using in recent videos, because we are going into winter and autumn, and you normally tend to use foundations that are like a higher coverage, because obviously you want more coverage in the winter. And as you can see, it applies really well. This one is obviously my sort of colour because I'm kind of a natural slash very dark nude colour. And I have to admit, sometimes I find it really hard to find shades that are my colour in like drugstore ones, which is why I tend to go for foundations where you can get it matched, because the ones in the drugstore I just find really hard to match to my own skin sometimes. Normally when I do buy foundations in the drugstore, they're normally either just off colour, or they're either like a bit dark or a bit too light. They're never like the right colour, which is a pain in many ways, because obviously you want to find the perfect colour for you. So yeah, I'm just going to apply it all over on my jawline. You remember to apply it on your jawline, because obviously you don't want like a big massive mark on your jawline. So I'm going to go down on my neck and just apply it on my neck. Not loads, just like gradually, so that there's like no horrible line. And normally in the winter it doesn't matter so much anyway, because I normally wear scarves, so you can't really tell that much anyway. So I don't normally, so when I normally apply foundation, I don't normally apply loads and loads of layers anyway. One, because it feels really thick on my skin and I don't really like that feeling. And two, because I just think it looks so much better if you do it gradually, so you apply it layer by layer instead of like full on, which is why I kind of like to layer it up. If I'm going on a night out, I'll obviously wear more foundation, not loads, but just more than I normally would in the daytime, and I would just like layer it up gradually, because I just think it's a much more effective way of doing things. Yeah, so that is basically my foundation done. It doesn't really take me long to do my like foundation, so okay. Right. Okay, so that's my foundation done. Next I'm going to go in with concealer. This is just the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. It's just an easy concealer from the drugstore. This is in classic 30 classic beige, which is kind of what colour I am. I am classic beige. So I'm just going to put this on places that need concealing or like highlighting areas. So I normally like to go around my nose, on the top of my nose, and then I like to go under my eyes, obviously, to get rid of all the horrible dark circles. I don't like to put too much under my eyes, just a bit, just to like cover it up, because I don't have that many dark circles, so there's no point in putting it there if I don't have loads anyway. Like that, and just on top of my Cupid's bow, which is a nice highlighting area. So as you can see, I've got concealer on, and I'm just gonna, I blend it in with my finger. I know lots of people say don't, but I just find it so much easier to blend it in with my finger. I have like way more control in blending it. Yeah, I just find it so much more easier to blend it in with my finger. Mainly my ring finger, obviously not on my ring hand, but my ring finger. I don't know, it's just so much easier for me to like control like how I blend it in, things like that really. So yeah, I'm just going to blend it in gradually. Sometimes it will take quite a long time to blend concealer in if you're doing it with your fingers, because obviously you don't have much, as much support as you do with like brushes or something like that. Just a bit out like on top of my Cupid's bow, around my nose and underneath my eyes. I'm just going to blend this one out here, because obviously if you guys have spots you want to cover them up, because obviously it's just obvious reason. And if it doesn't work like first time, just go in again with concealer and very lightly cover it up, or apply however much you want on top of your spot. Okay, so that is like basically done. Now I'm going to go in with their face powder, because I think it's important to go in with face powder, because you just want to set your face and make sure that it's like not shiny for if you're going out, or I don't know, if you're, you know, if you're in the heat or something like that. It kind of just minimises the shine. So I like to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which is just a plain powder. It looks like that. Use a big fluffy brush and then basically just apply it. Now I used to like sweep it, but over like the months I've just learned to pat it down, because it's a lot more effective. So just go in where you've applied your foundation and just, you know, lock in your foundation in a way. Basically that's what you're doing. And don't forget your neck and your jawline, because obviously you applied foundation there. So once that's done, I'm going to go in with some bronzer. Today I'm using the Ted Baker one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look how gorgeous that is. So pretty. So I'm going to use the middle section, which is like the blusher, the bronzer, and then I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks and to the other cheek. And you want to apply it to like your jawline, just to like make sure that it's covered, you know, the line's covered up and concealed. I also like to apply bronzer on my temples, I think that's what they're called, so up here. Also if you want to highlight, just put it on your nose or something. I'm then going to go in with the blush, which is on like the side of it, if you guys can see. There you go. So I'm going to go in with the blush. I'm going to use a smaller brush for that, because obviously it's quite a small section, and I'm just going to gently just put it on the apples of my cheek. I don't want loads of it, because I don't want it to be too overpowering, but just enough would be like that. So it's whether you want to just like apply it or you want to sweep it, it's up to you. I like to just gently apply it. I'm then going to go in with some highlighter because highlighting is another great thing to do. This is the Benefit What's Up, and it is just a great highlighter. It's really shiny and it's really easy to use because it's like travel size, so you can just like carry it with you. And I like to put it on the tops of my cheeks, of my cheekbones, so there and there. You can kind of see the line I've drawn, because I like to draw a line, and then with the same brush that I use for my blusher, I'm just going to go in and blend it out again, just to make sure that it's like you can't see it anymore and it's evenly spread, because you don't want one area more shiny than the other. Like that. So that's highlighting and blusher and face done. So moving on, we are going to go on to eyes. So for eyes, I'm just going to be using some eyelash curlers, just normal eyelash curlers. And then I'm going to be using the Rimmel Scandal Rocking Curves on top. And my base coat is going to be the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast. So recently I've really gotten into eyelash curlers, as you guys would know. Normally I don't really use, like last year I wouldn't use them that much. Not because I didn't like them, just because I wasn't really into them and I didn't really see the full effect of them. But now I use them, I'm like in love with them. I have to use them with every time I do like a makeup routine or get ready. They just give your eyelashes such a different length. It's such a great way to use like a base. Now I don't know why, okay, but every time I apply mascara, I always have to have, my mouth is always open. It's really weird, especially if I'm doing it and I'm not talking. My mouth will always be like open. I don't know if it's just me or if anyone else does it, but I've like discovered that and I thought it was really weird. So I'm just gonna gently go in with a base coat. You don't want it too heavy base coat, just a natural one, maybe like a couple of coats here and there. And then you're gonna go in with your top coat, which is when you can apply some volume and some. So I've gone in with my base coat. It's just a very gentle base coat, maybe like a couple of coats. Also I've managed to get mascara not on my eyelashes, which is always annoying. So now I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Rocking Curves, and I'm just going to go maybe a couple of coats, 2 or 3 coats, just to give it a bit more depth and volume. More so depth, because I love it when my eyelashes are not really thick but quite thick. This on my eyes, because I'm gonna leave eyeshadow for today. I'll do eyeshadow in another video hopefully if I want to, because I don't know, but eyeshadow I find a really hard thing to use. One, because I think I'm allergic to it, because every time I use it my eyes get a bit puffy, so I'm not sure. And 2, because I'm not very good with like colours and stuff like that. So I'm now going to go on to lips. This is the #1 Prohibition by Collection 2000, or Collection now. They don't have the 2000 anymore, and I'm just going to apply it to my lips. As you can see, it's very red. It's quite a dark, but I'd say it's like it's on the verge of like a berry red. But this is like one of my favourite colours to wear in the winter and autumn. So I'm not actually perfect when it comes to like lip gloss or lipstick, I mean. So I always have to like go in and touch it up, because I'm not one of those people that can do it perfect straight away. But that's not a bad thing, because it just means you are learning, really. So I just touch it up, and then obviously add a bit more if you want to, if you wiped a bit off. fine. Like, it's just a very red colour, and I absolutely love it for like the autumn and winter. It's just, it makes me think of like candles and leaves, and I just love it. So yeah, that's like the end look really. It's kind of like a very natural look as normal, because I go for natural looks all the time, except for my lips. My lips are a bit bolder, and that's why I kind of love the whole natural look, because it really draws everyone's attention to your lips. And yeah, today I've curled my hair, which is something I don't normally do a lot, but I absolutely love it curled. I wish my hair was curly, but then again, obviously you can't always have what you wish for. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Also let me know if you want to see more videos like this where I just talk and like do my makeup. And yeah, I will see you soon. Bye. My makeup video. This is my chest of drawers here, and in the top I just keep the rest of my makeup and beauty products and perfumes. I'm not going to go through the perfumes because I've already done 2 perfume collections, so I will leave the links of them in the down bar below. So starting from the left,